Do you sometimes find yourself second guessing a decision even though deep down you knew what the right choice was? Or maybe you've been in a situation where you acted in a way that didn't feel true to who you really are just to fit in? In today's episode, we're diving into two of the most powerful forces in personal transformation: trusting your intuition and embracing authenticity. These two qualities, when unlocked, are like a superpower for living a life aligned with your true self. Now stay with me, because by the end of this episode, you'll have practical steps to strengthen your intuition and live more authentically. Welcome to the G.I.F.T.S podcast, where we explore the 5 keys of transformation from my book, G.I.F.T.S, Empower Your Journey with 5 Keys of Transformation. I'm your host, Elaine Lombardi, and I'm on a mission to empower you to reclaim your energy, boost resilience, and live a life full of purpose. Each episode is designed to guide you through the G.I.F.T.S method to unlock your true potential. Today, we're focusing on the key of intuitive intention, one of the 5 powerful keys in the G.I.F.T.S method. And in this episode, we'll be unlocking the gift of authenticity. When you trust your intuition and live authentically, you align yourself with your true purpose, and you start making decisions that reflect your real values. Let's dive in and explore how to tap into this powerful combination. First, let's talk about intuition. We've all had those gut feelings, right? That voice inside that tells you something even when you don't have all the facts. Intuition, that quiet inner wisdom, it knows the right answer before your mind has a chance to rationalize or overthink it. But here's the thing, many of us don't trust it. We second guess ourselves. We look to others for validation, or we rely too heavily on logic and reasoning. And as a result, we miss out on our inner guidance system. Now, research shows that intuition is often right because it draws from our deep-seated knowledge and experience. Now, it's not magic, but it is a natural skill we all have. The problem is, most of us have silenced that inner voice over time. Maybe it's because we were taught to follow the rules, to rely on logic, or because we're influenced by others' opinions. Now, to rebuild trust in your intuition, you gotta really start small. Practice tuning in during maybe some low-stakes situations. Let's take, for example, when deciding on what to eat, let your body guide you. What feels right? What do you want to eat? And over time, as you trust your gut more, you'll notice that your intuition becomes sharper and you'll feel more confident in making decisions. Now let's shift gears and talk about authenticity. Now, authenticity is about living in alignment with your true self, your values, your beliefs, and your desires. It's about being genuine, even when it's uncomfortable or unpopular. But authenticity is more than just being yourself. It's about knowing yourself. And it requires vulnerability. One of the reasons people struggle with authenticity is because we fear judgment. We worry about how we'll be perceived or if we'll fit in. But here's the truth. When you try to be something you're not, you disconnect from your true self. And when you're not being authentic, it's hard to trust your intuition because you're not listening to your inner voice. Make sense? Now, to cultivate authenticity, start just by being honest with yourself. What are your core values? What are the things you truly care about? And what are the areas in your life where you feel like you're not being true to yourself? You can download my free values list and a worksheet at gifts.elainelombardi.com/free gifts. And I'll put a link in the description for you for that. And journaling can also be a great tool. Once you gain that self-awareness, it becomes easier to show up authentically in all areas of your life. It's mindset visualization time. So take a deep breath and close your eyes if you're in a safe place to do so. Now picture yourself in a moment of your life where you felt completely at peace, where you knew without a doubt that you were doing the right thing, even if it didn't make sense to anyone else. That was your intuition speaking to you. How did trusting that voice feel to you? Did it make you feel proud for standing up for who you are? For making a decision that reflected your true self? That was your authenticity in action. And the more you align with these two forces, the more empowered and fulfilled you'll feel. Intuition and authenticity are always within you. You just need to listen. So take another deep breath as you open your eyes. Welcome back. So how can you strengthen your intuition and live more authentically? Let's break it down. And I've included these 5 tips on the worksheet for you too, but let's go over them now. Number 1, listen to your body. Your intuition often shows up in physical sensations. So pay attention to how your body feels when you're faced with a decision. Number 2, create space for stillness. Sometimes the noise of life drowns out your inner voice. Now, practices like meditation or even just taking a few moments of quiet reflection each day can help you clear your mind and sharpen your intuition. Number 3, check in with your values. Again, download that sheet. Whenever you're about to make a decision, ask yourself, does this align with my core values? If the answer is no, you're probably stepping away from your authentic self. Number 4, take small risks. Challenge yourself to act on your intuition in small ways. Whether it's just saying no to something that doesn't feel right, or saying yes to an opportunity that excites you. I have a friend that always says, do it with love or don't do it at all. But say yes to opportunities that excite you. Each time you do, you'll build more confidence. That brings us to number 5. Surround yourself with authentic people. When you're around people who are true to themselves, it gives you permission to do the same. Now here's an action step for you to use the next time you're faced with a decision. Instead of jumping to conclusions or overthinking things, pause and ask yourself, what is my gut telling me? And listen. Put your hand on your stomach or your heart and then write down your initial feeling. Trust that answer and follow through. You might be surprised at how often your intuition leads you in the right direction. So if you enjoyed today's episode, I invite you to subscribe to the G.I.F.T.S podcast and share it with a friend. I can be found on YouTube at G.I.F.T.S podcast or any of the major podcast networks. Don't forget to leave a comment. Your feedback lets me know you'd like me to create content like this one that empowers you on your journey. Thank you for joining me today on the G.I.F.T.S podcast. And remember, you have the power to trust your intuition and live authentically. Start small, listen to yourself, and watch your life transform. Until next time, my friend, stay true to who you are, and I'll see you on the next adventure.